Mataji,
Mm.
Mataji, for me, it's June 9th. But I'm happy because I missed a day of school because I'm going to Sadhu Sangha on the 25th.
Oh, Param, I wish I could come. I booked and cancelled.
Why, Mataji? Why did you cancel?
I thought I might go to India. I cancelled, and again I wanted to rebook because Maharaj is coming. But 2 weeks back, we promised that we will host a devotee family. So now if we go, it doesn't look good, right?
Yeah.
That's why staying back. Otherwise, we could have met.
Mataji, is someone else coming? Like in this
Yeah,
class?
Balavrinda is coming.
Yay, Balavrinda, we can meet.
Yeah, she's coming on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm coming on
Okay, this weekend, Fridays, Saturday and Sunday, Dina Krishna will be in Detroit. Who is from Detroit here? Krishna Nayana, Krishya, right?
Bye, guys.
Oh, Dina,
I'm from Livonia, not Detroit.
Yes, Mataji. I forgot to message you.
I'm leaving with my dad.
Exclusive trip for Dina Krishna.
So nice. So nice.
Yes.
I'm just staying here with Anya. But he's a scaredy cat.
Hey, Arauko. Okay then. So today we will get started. Actually, I wanted to ask, where is my phone? The phone. Is there? Mataji, which shloka? I forgot to add the shloka, but can some Balavrinda, can Amma tell which shloka is? She's not there.
Mataji left the meeting. I think she'll join back. It's 3:25, 1 to 20.
No, Mataji.
Oh, that is what.
Mataji, it's in the text. It's in the text.
Mataji, if that is not the but shloka for recitation.
No idea, Mataji. Sorry.
What about the Indu Mataji? Can you go and go in the teachers and see the PPT yesterday? Mataji, please my phone. See there. Mataji would have posted. Revati Mataji posted. Can you see the PPT, please? I'm so sorry. I'm not finding my phone.
Mataji?
Amma, what shloka do anybody or any of the kids remember? What shloka?
No, Mataji.
Mataji only slide.
Mataji, I wasn't here. That's why I can't. Mataji.
Okay, meanwhile, Kabir.
My school ends on June 1st.
Oh.
Ours is May 26th.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
Mataji, Maharaj is coming to my house.
Who is coming? Giriraj Maharaj?
Oh, Krutudas Maharaj.
Krutudas Maharaj. Okay.
I'm gonna meet Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and other Maharajas on the first time.
Amazing. You have to meet. Okay, Amma Vinita Gandharvika, Mataji, can you please tell me what is the shloka that's going on, please?
Mataji, this week they did not do any sloka, Mataji, actually.
Okay, because I didn't find in the PPT also. That's why I got that. Okay.
Last week sloka only they are doing, I think, Mataji. Last week also they did the same sloka. That one only we can repeat if you want.
Okay, no, that's fine. No need, Mataji, because every time we're running out of time. Okay. We'll
Actually,
do one
I
thing.
had internet issue, Mataji. That's why I had to leave the call and come back again.
Okay, can we, Hare Krishna Janavi, can we start prayers, please? Please.
Okay. Om Jnana Mitirandas.
Gnananjana Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Today, okay, we'll talk later because when we talk, we are always running out of time. Okay, so today we are seeing third canto, chapter 25. The topic is the glory of devotional service, glories of devotional service. You know, in August, I signed up for a chapter summary. Unknowingly, I signed up 3.25 only. And today also we are starting the same, the glories of devotional service. So, from 1 to 20, so 20 slokas. We will not see in detail, because if we see 20 slokas in detail, we will not have enough time. So now what is happening? It starts with Saunaka Maharaj. Sorry, say Saunaka Rishi. Saunaka Rishi is talking. So what is he saying? He's saying, although he's unborn, who is he? Kapil Muni. Okay. So although the Supreme Personality is unborn, he took birth as Kapil Muni. They said he descended. Why did Kapil Muni come? He descended to give transcendental knowledge for the benefit of whole human race. And then Saunaka Rishi continues his saying, there is no one who knows more than the Lord himself. Many times my son Jagannath will say, he'll say he's hungry or something. So anything he'll say, I will just say, no, no, no. We'll say, Ma, are you me? How will you know my feelings? Amma, are you me? Are you inside me to know my hunger? So like that, who will know about the Lord? Mostly he will only know. And about us also, who will know? We will only know about us, right? Many times we say, oh, I broke my foot, right? Sprain. That time also I was telling, oh, you don't know my pain. You don't know how much it hurts, right? So nobody can know what exactly is happening within us. Only we will know. We will know, right? So that Saunaka Rishi is saying he only knows about himself, and no one is more worshipable or more mature. Like there is no other yogi who is. Abhinav is raising his hand.
Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, my devotees are in me and I am in them.
What, Abhinav? Can you repeat?
Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, my devotees are in me and I am in them.
So you're saying devotees know him, right? Pure devotees might know.
Maharajas.
He is therefore the master of Vedas, and to hear about him always is actual pleasure of the senses. So hearing about Krishna is the actual pleasure to our senses, is what Saunaka Rishi is saying. So we'll see nice stories also. Therefore, please precisely you describe the activities and pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is full of self-desire and who assumes all these activities by internal potency. So he's asking, can you please tell about his activities? Saunaka Rishi is asking, and now Sutta Goswami is talking. What is Sutta Goswami saying? He's saying, like again the Maitreya and Vidura's conversation. So he's saying, being encouraged and pleased by Vidura's inquiry, Maitreya Rishi spoke as follows. So what is that? Maitreya Rishi said, when Kardama left to the forest, leaving behind Devahuti, Kapila Muni standed and the strand of Bindu Sarovar to please his mother Devahuti. So Kapila Muni is there at Bindu Sarovar. And when Kapila, who could show her the ultimate goal of the absolute truth, he was sitting in front of her, Devahuti was remembering the words of Brahma, what Brahma told her. And then she started to question Kapila Muni as follows. She said, I am very sick of this disturbance caused by the material senses. So material senses, body always giving some pain, mind always giving some trouble. So many problems will go through all these material senses. So she's saying, I'm very sick of all these things. Because I have, and she's saying, I have fallen into ignorance also. And she is very, see, if one has, she is Devahuti and she's talking like this, means definitely she's very humble, highly advanced. Otherwise, we always try to, if we do this much, we will try to show that we did this much, right? The other day, in my Prabhu's office also, it happened like that only. One lady, she's a very fresher. Fresher means they don't have that much experience, right? So my Prabhu always helps her, thinking like, we should help her. Otherwise, she will get out of the job. So like that. But then in the meeting, she always portrays as if she only did everything. So when we do this much, we try to show this much. But Devahuti, what is she doing? She's trying to put herself, she's very humble. She's saying like that I am in ignorance, I am very sick of material disturbance. So that's how she started. And now what is she saying to Kapila Muni? We will see. Then she's saying, your lordship is my only means of getting out. See what is she saying? Only if I hold to you, only by you, I can get out of this ignorance. You are my transcendental I, and I need your mercy only. I have attained after many, many births. So in Bhagavad Gita also that shloka is there, right? Bahunam Janmanam. Who knows that shloka? Abhinav.
और आप जन्म रावते 11 आरंभ वासुदेव सर्वमिति समात्मा दुर्लभा.
Okay, Abhinav, you tell now. Vrinda, good job.
Bahunam janmanamante gnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha.
Okay. Ramachandra, you know the shloka? You want to tell? Okay. Okay. So now she's saying like that, right? By your mercy only I have at least attained you after many, many births. So now what is she saying? You are the supreme person. Can you give me a minute? Just a minute. I'm so sorry. Okay, then she's saying, you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the origin and supreme lord of all living entities. You have come. Why? She's saying like you have come to disseminate the rays of sun. See, she's saying you came to remove all the darkness of ignorance. Basically, she's saying I am in ignorance, and now she's saying you are the one who came to remove that darkness. Now she's saying, now be pleased, my Lord, to dispel my delusion. She is accepting that she's in delusion and she's requesting, can you please remove my delusion? Can you do something? Due to my feeling of false ego, I have been engaged by your Maya. See, Maya always waits for an opportunity, right? Especially to devotees, because she knows devotees follow 4 regulative principles. Devotees is only prasadam, devotee chant. So she always waits for some loopholes to fit in, right? So she's saying, because I have my false ego, I have been engaged by your Maya. She's saying all these things. She's talking on our behalf. And then, and what is she saying? And I have identified myself with the body and consequent bodily relations. What, you remember that shloka? What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita? How many of you know that? Mama Maya Duratyaya. The divine energy of mind. It's very difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me, it's very easily, they can easily cross. He says that, right? So now, Devati is saying, I am engaged in your Maya now. How can I, overcome it? Devati is saying, I have taken shelter of your lotus feet because you're the only person. She's confirming. She's also confirming. Many times we heard, right? So she's also saying your only shelter, because she's saying why? You are the axe which can cut the tree of material existence. So why is Lord Ram called as Parashurama? Because he's holding a parashu. Parashu means axe. Okay, so it's called Parashurama because he holds an axe. So now she's saying, you are the axe which can cut the tree of my material existence. I therefore offer my obeisances unto you. She's talking still. Now Maitreya is saying, after hearing his mother's desire, see, such a nice desire, right? She's not asking for jewelry. She's not asking for money. She's not asking for anything material. Rather, she's asking very useful things. So he's very, very pleased. And the Lord thanked her within her. the Lord thanked her within himself for all the questions that she have asked. And now he will start answering. He will start talking to all the questions that she have posed. So what he says, he talks about yoga, right? Now these days, it's a big thing, yoga. Yoga. Even in US, there's so many yoga studios. When I drive, I see so many yoga studios, right? Yoga became very famous, but now he's saying what is a true, real yoga. So he's saying the yoga system which relates to the Lord and the individual soul, which is meant for the ultimate benefit of the living entity and which causes detachment. See, the main thing is yoga should give ultimate benefit to the living entity, and it should give us detachment. Detachment from what? From happiness. See, from happiness and from distress. You should be detached to both. That is the highest yoga. Which yoga can make you like that? Like where you're not bewildered with the happiness, you're not confused with happiness and distress, right? So that is the highest yoga system. So that is the yoga he's saying. Now, what is that yoga? He will say, we'll see stories. After we summarize this, we will see stories, okay? In the material world, he's saying, everyone wants to be happy. How many of us want to be happy? Smriti also raised hand. I mean, all of you, I also will raise my hand. Everybody wants to be happy. We don't like to have even little sadness, right? But but always when some like happiness comes, it is followed by something sad. Happiness comes, distress comes, and again happiness comes, and again distress comes. Even if a baby has to come, what will happen? The mother has to go through lots of distress, carrying the baby 9 months, so heavy in the stomach, so much discomfort, so much pain. Right? The happiness is a baby, but there's this distress, happiness, and then again distress followed by happiness. So it always, they both come like a pattern together, right? Like different seasons. And here, Prabhupada writes the example of you want to drink milk, nice. Now these days, A2 milk, A2 ghee, so expensive because we don't find those pure, those gir cows. The unadulterated milk is not so easy. Chemical-free milk is not so easy. And on top of that, gir cow, A2 cow, grass-fed cows are not so easy. So it's very expensive. Whenever we go to Alachua, we buy that milk. It's $20. 1 gallon is not even 1 gallon, I think. $20. But in store, you just, if it is organic, you get for $5.99 in Tampa. Otherwise, it's just $3, $2.
Mataji, the cheapest one time it was only cents.
Yeah. So it's not so. Because see, now if you have to get that pure milk, there is a lot of maintenance also, right? So maintaining a cow means there's lots of work. You have to take care of them, clean the barns. It's not so easy, right? So you get the milk is the out product, very good, but so much of maintenance is there, right? So like that, when there is happiness, there is distress. You should not get, this material world is like that. So what happens? The yoga system, what the Lord is saying, is the best yoga. That means it is meant to end all the material happiness and distress. That yoga is taught in Bhakti Yoga. It's also mentioned in Gita, right? That we should be tolerant, not disturb. All this is the highest yoga. This is the law, and it says that this is the law of material world, happiness and distress. Lord Kapila states yoga system is a science of spirit. There is no question of material happiness or distress. That is the perfect spiritual, like that happens in spiritual platform. So we will be evolving.
Is it just me or did she get frozen?
Yeah, she froze.
Yeah,
She needs a heater.
I didn't hear her.
Yeah. She'll come back. She'll come back. So what was Mataji ending at the point? Where she ended? Anybody attentive kids should say exactly where Mataji got ended.
Bhakti yoga is the best kind of
And her milk example.
And
Yeah.
and then saying how much dollars like the milk.
I was still hearing and then she paused.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
still here.
You know what happens in the adults class, you know, in the morning we are very busy and the speakers comes on the early morning and they give the classes. So because they joined from India, they do always get disconnected. And you know, sometimes speaker come back and say, where did I end it? You know, I feel like, oh my God, I'm not even attentive. Actually, which point he ended. Some devotees, really very attentive devotees, they used to say exact word, where did he stop? So I was feeling, wow, such a great hearing, right? Devotees
Yeah.
are awesome.
Mataji, each
Exactly.
word.
Sometimes they used to say you said this person, okay, highest, something like that, you know. I mean, how great hearing, right? So we need to
Yeah.
come to a point where we are very attentively hearing to the speaker or a teacher, whoever it is. We need to be attentively. I mean, even I'm not there, but I'm just trying to share the other people's attentive hearing, so we get inspired by. We can also become one day like that attentive hearing. So what was the chapter name that we are discussing today? Anybody?
25.
Name of the chapter? What was okay? Who are the characters in the chapter?
Mataji, I think it's like
Holiday.
path or goal.
Amma, I couldn't hear. What is that?
I think it was something with like path or goal. I can't remember exactly.
Oh yeah, Kapila Dev was there.
Devahati,
Yeah, yeah.
and Maitreya and Vidura are discussing
My
it.
friend was there.
Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. The characters and who is discussing everything is right. But what is the chapter name? Did she say the chapter name initially? Or chapter number was 25, right?
Mataji, she said the chapter name, except I forgot. I had it.
Yeah, it's the glories of the devotional service.
Oh yeah.
3.25.
Goals. It was glories.
Yeah, glories of devotional service. Okay. Yeah. So what else? What else Mataji was discussing? Anybody?
She was discussing about an example about milk ghee
And
yeah,
yoga,
in
right?
cows.
And yoga.
Mataji,
Yeah, yoga.
Mataji, she was also sharing, like distress comes and happiness comes, and then she was also saying like a mother has to, um,
Care for the baby.
although yeah, carry the baby for 9 months and so much distress, but when the baby comes out, it's like happiness. So it's distress and then she was
So
also
what did you learn? What did you learn from this? See, there was a distress at one point for the same cause, and at the end there is a happiness. So what do you think?
Mataji,
What did you understand in that?
I learned that if you keep on like you can't earn something easily, you have to keep on trying and trying, and then you get the happiness.
What did I understand is for everything that we are thinking we are happy, like here it is said like baby thing, right? 9 months she had to go through, and then in the 9th month she is very happy, right? But this what I mean to say is the same thing that which is going to give us happy, it is also giving us distress. At one point it is distress, again at one point it's happy, again the same thing is giving you distress, again it's a happy. So everything that how we are taking, that is more important. So we are thinking, okay, let me go to a what do you call, one nice vacation in the summer and enjoy, let me enjoy a lot. But for that I need to work very hard, like for months, years, and to save some dollars, then I can go. And I'll just go for 2 days, that's it, and then all my savings is done. Again I have to work, sir, right? It's
Mataji?
the same cause is affecting us. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
I don't know what is happening. That's what I was just telling. From 6 hours I was preparing, 6 minutes, it just goes.
My internet also, Mataji, my internet, when it goes, I cannot come outside of the Zoom.
No, I don't know. Jagannath is
there,
do.
But
Jagan-
I cannot open anything else other than Zoom.
Jagannath is doing the class. It's going good for him. I don't know. It got disconnected for me, and it's like there was internet was not
That's
showing.
okay, Mataji. Krishna want to test you. That's fine.
Anyways, okay. I have some interesting stories today. Anyways, where are we? Okay. So where are we saying? We thought like material nature is like that, right? Happiness follows by distress, but that yoga which teaches us where there like where we don't get bewildered, or where there is no material happiness and distress, or that spiritual platform is what the bhakti yoga teaches. And then he's saying, oh my pious mother, most pious mother, I shall now explain to you the very ancient yoga system. He himself is saying that it's ancient. He's incarnation of Lord, right? He don't need to use for him the ancient yoga, which is told to the great sages before. So he's again saying which like it's coming from the parampara. So he's saying, I'll tell you that so that it is serviceable, like it's doable and it's practical in every way. I'll tell you that. And he said the stage in which the consciousness of the living entity is attracted by the three modes is called, like if you're attracted to mode of passion, mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, then we say we are conditioned, right? If you are in these three, we say we are conditioned. But he's saying if our same consciousness, instead of getting attached to these three things, if we are attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we are, that stage, we are ready to get liberation, right? Instead of attaching here, you should get attached the other side, is what he said. And best process to attach the mind is to the Lord, right? Best process where we attach the mind to the Lord, that is bhakti. Bhakti yoga teaches that also, to attach our mind to the Lord. And again he says there should be no impurities like lust and greed. Then only you can cross over this happiness and distress. He's saying how to go to that phase. He's saying you should, first he said you should go to that highest yoga where you will not see any material happiness and distress. You're same for everything. You don't see that. And then he's saying, I will tell you that ancient yoga system, which will teach you that. And now he's saying everything is in the mind. Mind only can help you. Mind is the instrument. You should attach the mind to the Lord. That is also taught in Bhakti Yoga. And he's saying you should not have lust and greed. Like lust and greed, like you cannot think I, me, my, this is me, this is mine. And then he said, at that time, the soul can see its transcendental nature. Then the soul will feel, I am not material, I am transcendental. Okay, and he will, that time he will feel the soul is not fragmented, even though it is so small. When you're having no lust and no greed, that is when you will feel like this. And he said, in that position where you realize that we are transcendental, by the practice of knowledge and renunciation, devotional service, one sees everything in right perspective. This is very important. What is meant by seeing in right perspective? So what he said, when you don't have lust and greed, I, me, my consciousness, then you will realize that we are transcendental, not material. And in this position, you will start seeing everything in the right perspective. Means as it is. Suppose you have a dream. Abhinav got a dream that he won in a lottery 5 crores.
I wish.
I don't know how is it in millions. Okay, 5 millions. And then Balavinda gets a dream saying that she got 6 millions. And Krishnayana gets a dream that she got 10 millions. So these are all dreams. And in the dream, you're feeling jealous about each other.
Mataji, for me 20.
Yeah. No, then you're feeling jealous. How can they get 6 million? How can she get 20 million? How can she get 10 million? You're feeling jealous in the dream itself. Yours is the dream, hers is a dream, hers is a dream, everybody's is a dream. Nobody got money in actual, in real. You're just dreaming. You don't see as it is. It doesn't matter. It's just a dream. How much you get, it's not real. So seeing in the right perspective means seeing as it is. So when you are in that stage, no lust, no greed, then you will able to see in the right perspective. And then perfection self-realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogi. You cannot get just like that. It's not like a gift card. You just give it. It is, of course, a gift card, but we cannot give it to each other. The Lord has to give, right? It's not like you just give it, go to the shop and buy. Not like that. Gifts are placed and then you pay the money and buy. So if they also place, we also will try to buy, get Golokadam one price, Vaikunta one price. If they keep, we all will try to buy, right? So he's saying it cannot be attained by any yogi unless he does devotional service. You do devotional service only, they can, and devotional service on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then they can come to this stage. And every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material world is the greatest entanglement. We are so attached, right? The parents are attached to the children are attached to the TV, the children are attached to the some are to Harry Potter books, some are to the TV, some are to the games, or they're attached to the parents. So much attachment. If we all have an attachment, right? If we don't have children, they're attached to pets and dogs. Some are attached to money, some are attached to gardening. Some I see some are so attached to their plants. They're so attached that they don't go anywhere because they will think, who will water my plants? My plants will get. That's a good thing. I'm saying, like, some attachment. They all have some attachment. We all have some attachment, right? But the same attachment, if it's applied on the devotees, then it opens the door of liberation. Very, very important. So the last thing, 20th sloka that we are seeing is, we should open the doors of, if we have to open the doors of liberation, it is possible only when we have attachment towards devotees. So let's see how. So as we discussed, we all get attached to something in our life. We all have different priorities, different attachments. Like if you see iron and you bring it to the magnet, what will happen? Okay, one of you can unmute and say.
They
And
will stick together, they'll get attached.
It was
And
yes.
And after, try this. After some time, see, iron gets attached to magnet, right? Iron gets attached to magnet. But when you keep the iron very close to the magnet, the iron gets the properties of the magnet. And when you keep the magnet aside, slowly, whatever are attractive to iron, they start getting attracted. In a limited time, not like for all the time. If you keep the iron beside magnet for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, the iron block gets the properties of the magnet, and then the iron starts attracting the things around it, whatever can be attracted to an iron, not everything. Okay, so why? Because the iron got the properties of the magnet. Similarly, if you are attached to a devotee, like great devotees, those devotees are attached to Krishna. So obviously, we also will get those properties of that devotee, attachment towards Krishna, because that devotee has a property of attachment towards Krishna. Because we also get attached to that devotee, obviously we will inherit, we'll get those qualities of attachment towards Krishna. So it's very, very important. Now Param said is going to Sadhu Sangha. So Sadhu Sangha is very, very important. Always to be amidst devotees is very, very important. And it seems when you go in a highway, it's very easy to drive. I don't drive in highways. I'm scared. I drive only in local roads. But when I tell this, everybody tells to me, Mataji, driving in highways is much, much easier than driving on, small roads, because we have lots of distance in between cars. Like one car is before and one car, only maybe during traffic, Abhinav, they're all close by. But otherwise, there is some quite good amount of distance, right?
No,
But in
I'm shaking my head because highways are more difficult than regular roads. Well, if you're just
Yeah.
starting driving.
No, but
There
I'm
is.
saying, but those who drive, those who drive.
When I'm in highway, oh, my car is flying, blows up.
No, but the point I'm saying is those who drive on highways and local roads, they always tell that because they are used to it. No, so they say highways are much easier because there is less traffic and there's a lot of distance between each cars. So the point I'm saying is, so when somebody is a senior, see, if a fifth grader sees an eighth grader, it is very easy for him to respect an eighth grader. If a fifth grader sees a second grader, he will take care of the second grader, thinking the second grader doesn't know anything. It's okay, I will help. But if a fifth grader is with a fifth grader, then they go into a competitive mode, right? Right? Oh, you know this? I know this. I got A grade. Yeah, you got A minus. I got A grade. You try to show off if it is the same level. So amongst devotees also, it is so easy to respect a senior. It is so easy to help a junior. But if you are all in the same platform, it is not that easy. But it is so important to always be amidst the devotees. It's very, very important. And see, when we come to Krishna consciousness, it is like entering a cave. When you enter a cave, in the beginning there is light. When you just begin, there is light. You don't need that much help. I mean to say, there is light, and as you go in the middle, you get stuck because it is dark. And towards the end also there is light. The major help you need is, I am remembering one thing. Couple of years back when I went to India, you know what happened? Tina Krishna was about 2.5 years old, and my older one was 5 years old. So we went to our hometown. And then my cousin started saying, Akka, Didi, there is a nice haunted house here in a mall, PVP mall, I think. So it's very nice. It's very easy. Like you will enjoy. Why don't you go? Usually I'm very scared of darks and all these kind of things. But the way they said it's so easy. You just walk around and then they say, like, suddenly somebody will say, it's okay, you can manage. Then I thought, okay, maybe I can take Jagannath. So I went. I gave Dina Krishna to my cousin. She was holding. I paid the ticket. I went. I took Jagannath. As soon as I went inside, and the person closed the door, because you have to explore and then come outside. I didn't even take one step. It became so dark after closing the door. I started banging the door. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Open the door. I'll come out. I'll come. Not opening. Maybe that rule doesn't tell. They're not opening. Do not believe, I got so scared. It was pitch dark. I didn't know how to go, where to go. I was literally no clue. And then as I was going, as she said, suddenly from nowhere, a ghost like of character comes and says, like that. I'm like, Jagannath was like, I am not. Then I was screaming, is there anybody to help? Is there anybody to help? Still, is there anybody to help? And then luckily there were others who bought the tickets and they were ahead. I'm like, can I please come with you? I'm so scared. I'm not knowing how to go. Then they said, yeah, it was dark. I don't even see their faces, but I know that there was somebody. And they said, okay, you can come with us. Then somehow I came out. Oh my God, that was really so very horrific. And then I came out, I was scolding my cousin. Why did you take this so easy? This is not easy. This. I was like screaming on top of my voice. Anyways, so it's like that. You need help. See, in the middle, I saw somebody and then they helped me and then they brought me outside. So devotees are also like that. Like how in Kumbh Mela, His Holiness Loknath Maharaj always says, in Kumbh Mela, there's lakhs of people, right? So you don't have to walk. They're just pushing you here, there, because a lot of crowd. You don't have to walk. And finally, somehow you'll be in the destination because of so you should always be amidst devotees. Otherwise, and some might say, okay, my attachment was not to devotees first. I directly got attached to a deity. I went to so-and-so temple. I saw so-and-so deity. It was so beautiful. I got so attached. Many might say that, but that doesn't work. I think one time in Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's class, one person was not in the class. He missed the class and he went and directly saw the deity. And he came back and he said to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, how did your eye exercise go? He compared it to an eye exercise because he didn't hear the lecture about the Lord, the deity. And then how come you'll develop attachment? If you know only, right? We know Radha Shyam Sundar's pastime, Radha Govindadev, Radha Raman. So we have kind of attachment to the deity because we know how merciful, how potent, their story, their history. So it is not possible. And also it is so easy to get attached to a deity. You can say like that because deities don't question you. They don't come in front of you, right? Devotees are very important. One time there was sadhu. And a devotee wanted to take his initiation from him. So the sadhu said, okay, you take bath in Ganges and then you come. So this devotee went, he took bath in the Ganges, and while he was coming, he was climbing the steps. And there was a person who was cleaning the steps. And that whole dust, what's the time? Okay.
8 o'clock.
So that whole dust, he was taking in the bucket or the pan, he was taking the dust in a bowl, and accidentally it fell on this devotee, and this devotee got so mad. And the sadhu said, I can't give you initiation. Looks like you have to work on your anger. He got mad and he was trying to physically, abuse him. And the next time he came after a year, same thing happened. Again, the dust fell, but this time he didn't physically hurt him, but verbally he was hurting him. So the sadhu said, you're not ready. Go back and come after a year. The third time also, same thing happened. And this time, he didn't do anything physically, verbally, but in his mind, he was upset. So the sadhu said, I think you have to try one more time. And then the fourth time, same thing happened. This devotee touched the feet of that person who was cleaning the dust. You know why? He said, because of you, help me to work on my anger. Because of you, I really could defeat my anger. And when he went to the sadhu gave him initiation. So always devotees will help us to get out of our anarthas. Now, what did Kapil Muni said? He said you should get out of lust and greed. So if we have to do that, we have to always be in the association of devotees. One time in 1888, in 1880s, there was a banker in France by named Baron Roth. He was a banker who would give loans to people who wanted, like, if you want money, then you go to the bank, right? So he was a famous banker. He had a big, nice house, big palatial house, and everywhere there were pictures of him in different attires. So many pictures on every wall. And then he thought, I have pictures of me in many different attires, but I don't have pictures of mine like a beggar. So he wanted to get his picture painted as a beggar. So what will he do? He will go to a painter and he will request if he can do a painting of him as a beggar. Then the painter said, if I have to bring an actual realistic look, you really should look like a beggar. So go home, don't eat for 6-7 days, try something to look like little shabby, little weak, little emaciated. So he will go home, he will not eat, he will fast, and then he'll come. So he was standing on a road with a bowl, begging. And then opposite of the road, the painter was painting. And suddenly a man passes by and he will give, what is the currency of France? Francs, I think.
Euros.
So he will give, not euros. France is francs, I think. But anyways, he will give some $1, 1 rupee of that franc currency. And immediately the assistant will come. Because that person doesn't know how great, how famous this person is, right? So that person will come. And then the assistant will come and he will say, he was about to say something, but this banker, Baron Roth, will say, no. Don't tell. He gave this one as an investment. Now he's a banker, right? So he's thinking that way. I will use this investment and increase his money. So after a month, he will give some 10,000 franc currency. So this person will not understand, why are you giving me? And the assistant, he will send with an assistant. An assistant will say, remember last month you gave 1 franc to a beggar? He will say, I donate to so many beggars, I don't remember. So he says, this is not an ordinary beggar. He's a very famous personality called Baron Roth. You did this. So he increased the money and he's giving you. So many times we will not know. See, we will do what we can do. Like he just gave $1. So we will do what we can do, but we cannot even expect what a devotee can give. We don't know the greatness of that devotee, right? Just like that beggar, that person who donated didn't know. So we don't know. We might not know how great what they can do. But when they are giving from their hands, like it could be millions and trillions times more. So always attachment to a devotee. We don't know how great the devotees are. We don't know what the devotees are in the eyes of Krishna. Abhinav might be greatest devotee. Balavinda might be more greatest. You all might be much, much greater. We don't know. So we don't know what is your capacity. So we should always, be very respectful to all the devotees. And we should always be amidst the devotees. Like how if you go to Haridwar, the edges of the Ganges, the stones are so soft. Because why? Of the friction. So you should stay together and we will start softening our hearts eventually. And suppose now these days you will not experience this, because when you're eating food, you know what will happen? How will the babies eat food these days? What is the method the moms follow? I have a baby here. Tell Jagannath.
Here comes the airplane.
Huh?
Here comes the airplane. Or something like that.
Here come. How are the babies fed these days?
Milk bottles?
Huh?
Milk bottles.
Models, puzzles? What are you saying?
Milk bottles.
No. Okay. When you're feeding, when the
Oh.
mom is trying to feed, how will the babies? I know milk bottles,
Hare
milk,
Krishna
Cerelac.
Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. What else?
Mataji, phone,
Oh.
iPad, this is what they're using.
Exactly. You know, they
yeah.
even I did the same, and I see all the kids, you know. It's because when we were little, I still remember. So first grade, second grade, also they used to make us sit outside, show a tree, show a bird. They will say, "Oh, in the sky." They used to show moon, and they used to say, "Pedarasi Peddamma is there. She's coming. She's coming." So many nice stories, you know. Maybe hearing that the kid would eat. They used to feed. The kid will be looking, then they'll feed. But now that much patience is not there. Easy methods are there. They keep one iPad, tie a bib, keep them on a chair, and then what will we say? We'll pray different rhymes, right? The wheels on the bus go round and round, all these songs, rhymes, huh? And then the kid is like, right?
Mataji, one video, one spoon of feeding. Change another video, then only one they'll open.
Correct. They get so bored, they're like, like that. Even now my kids do that. Even now they do that. Sometimes I feed them, they're like, Achha. Anyways, so but otherwise, as I said, the previous ways, if you keep the baby and then pointing and eating, what do the baby see? The baby, if you notice, the baby first sees see, now I'm talking to you like this casually, but all of a sudden I will say, oh, look. Then you're like, Mataji's expressions are changing. You look my expression, right? Then only you look at what I'm seeing, I'm showing. So similarly, babies, if you observe, the babies first look at the mom's face and then look at what they're pointing to. So similarly, we should get attached to the devotee first, then we can look at what the devotee is pointing to. Of course, the devotee is pointing to Krishna. So attachment to the devotees will help us look at what they are pointing. So very, very important. I think we will start drawing and I'll tell you story. How about that? Take your papers. See, from many days here, Rath Yatras were happening. I wanted you to draw this Jagannath, but we didn't get a chance. So I didn't choose anything related to the subject today. So you can draw Jagannath. It's very easy. So you draw and simultaneously I'll tell you what stories I wanted to tell. Okay. 2 stories I'll tell you. Okay, you all start drawing and then easy. Girls can take a bangle, make a circle. Otherwise, you can take a lid of Amma. Okay, you can come. You need a bottle. Get that.
Oh, this. Do you make my lasagna?
It's very nice. You want to show them?
I didn't finish it. Finish lasagna.
Okay, Dina Krishna drew a lasagna. He wanted to show you all. Did you like it? He wants
That's
to.
really cool.
It's amazing.
I want to eat it.
It's really cool. They're saying. Okay, good.
Where did you find that from?
I
I
watched it in a video.
Yes, Kabir.
Yeah, what video?
I didn't see it. Art for Kids Hub.
Art for Kids Hub.
Yeah, I watch that all the time.
Oh yeah, Mati, I also watch.
What did you say?
Kabir, you're saying. Kabir, you're telling something.
Mataji, I couldn't see the drawing. Can you show me one more time?
It's easy.
What
He's talking about Dina Krishna's drawing. Yeah, Dina Krishna's drawing.
Oh, Dina Krishna's.
Wow. Nice. That's really nice. Yummy. I want to eat it right now.
Mataji, are you allowed to eat lasagna in Krishna consciousness?
Yes.
Yes, if you make it at home.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying
Mataji,
See,
to Ekadashi pizza
Ekadashi pizza.
and cake.
Good job, Nana.
Mama, is this good something?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Why? This is so hard. No, it isn't.
No, you should draw. You take a bangle or a lid of lid. It's so easy.
I do it without nothing. What do we need to draw?
Jagannath.
Okay. Wait, I can't.
Okay, so I'll tell you one story. I
Can
will
I
just.
see the first one? Like with. Okay.
No, we were just talking about getting attached to devotees, right? So if you take the example of Sant Tukaram, Tukaram's wife, she was not a great devotee, but she was devoted to her husband, who was a great devotee of Lord Vittal. Tukaram was a great devotee of Lord Vittal. So Lord Vittal is in his Pandarpur temple. Krishna only. Vittal. Okay, so he was a great devotee of Vittal, but his wife is not. You know, one time his wife gets so mad at him because Tukaram always thinking about the Lord. He doesn't even come home, and she finds him on the road. And what she will say? She will say, and she will say, like, please come home. It's been 2 months. You don't come. Like, I will not, I will also follow you. Please come. So Tukaram will say only on one condition. If you also, do bhakti, like I will also come. So she agrees. And then he will go home. From next day, what he will do? He will start donating everything that they have to everybody who comes home. He cannot say no to anybody. He keeps doing a lot of donations. And one time Rukmini and the Tukaram's wife was feeling so worried. Like, we don't have anything. How will I feed my kids? What will they eat? Why is he doing like this? It's just one day he came home and he made me do all these things. So she was very upset. And Rukmini, Vittal's by Rukmini, she wanted to test Tukaram. So she will come and she will say, I know you don't have anything you gave to anybody, but everybody, but is there anything that you have to give me? Then he will think what to give. And there is only one sari which is remaining with him. And he will give that sari also to Rukmini, saying, take it. And Tukaram's wife will get so upset. Oh my God, what is he doing? He's giving everything. He's giving everything. So she's kind of little upset. And then she will go to the temple. Pandarpur Rukmini Vittal's temple. And then she really wanted to, break the foot of Vittal, thinking like that lotus feet is only harming or doing all these things. And then Rukmini will ask, why are you trying to do this? And she will explain the problem. And look, Rukmini will give her lots of gold coins, say you take care of your family. But Tukaram was so upset. He will say, like, how can you do this? You cannot take all these services from the Lord. And he will start distributing those gold coins also. So actually she's so fed up. But she's so devoted to Tukaram. She feeds him nicely, she serves him nicely. So every day Tukaram would go on the hills and do some meditation on Vittala. And whichever hill Tukaram is meditating, the stones of that hill would also resonate the names of Vittal. Vittala, 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 Vittala. The stones would say. Radhika and Rasika. Yes, beta.
Could you go to the next one? I'm done with the.
So now otherwise what she would do every day, she will climb every hill, get down, climb, get down, climb, get down. But because now the stones also started resonating, she figured out. She'll go to a hill, she will take one stone and she will keep in the ear. And if it is saying Vittal, Vittal, that means he's on that hill. So she'll go and give him food. One day, she pricked her foot with a thorn. And we'll get pain, right? When we prick it by ourselves, it's not so easy to remove that thorn. It's not easy. So she had a hard time. And Lord Krishna himself, Lord Vittal himself will come and he will say, can I help you? She will ask, who are you? And he will say, I am Lord Vittal, whom your husband is always worshipping. I am Lord Vittal. Then she will say, I don't even want to look at you. Because of you only all these problems are coming. And she will turn towards all the 8 directions. She will turn towards all the 8 directions without seeing his face. So the point we are making is, but still, though she doesn't have, she's upset with Lord Vittal, he still came to help Tukaram's wife because she's connected to his devotee. You can put normal tulsi. Yeah, tilak, you can put Vaishnav tilak. Yeah, so because she's attached to the devotee of the Lord is helping. So many examples like that, right? Many times I told you Narsi Mehta's story also, King Rahuguna also, Narsi Mehta. So many stories where you will see that if you are attached to the devotees of the Lord will do all the help to us that is needed, right? So that is one story. You're all drawing? What's the time?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, it's time.
Wait.
Vinita Gandharvika Mataji.
Mataji, she's in the restroom. What should I do?
No, I wanted to just check with mom that it's time.
1 minute. Okay.
Krishna, don't rush. Do it slowly. Don't do one big, one small, one fat, one thin. Don't rush.
Mataji, if everybody's done, then we can end the call. That's what my mom said.
No, they're still drawing. I have one more story, but I think we will do that next week.
No, I'm almost done.
No, we'll wait for.
You don't have to rush, Deena Krishna. I'm not rushing. Deena Krishna, is your last day of school on May 26th?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What are you doing? Summer break.
On May 26th, they have a clap out for the 5th graders. So Jagannath is in 5th grade, right? So they will walk around whole school, and then all the other grade kids will do a clap out, like clap, 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 clap.
Oh, Mataji, Mataji, on the last day of school, I have a last day of school party. I can come back home at 12 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have a party.
And on May 25th, I also have a party, but this
On May 28th, I'm going to Lubbock to see Janvi.
I know
In the
you're
Greyhound
going.
bus, Greyhound bus is going to Dallas.
this Friday, I'm gonna watch a movie at my school.
Tomorrow I have a party with the 4th graders. So basically we're gonna go to 4th graders and then we have a party. Yeah.
Okay, how much did you all draw? See,
This is mine.
Deena Krishna finished. He rushed.
No, I didn't.
See, one eye is full black, one eye is small.
Oh.
Mataji, on my
Mataji,
last day
I'm
of school, we're
making,
just gonna watch a movie.
Mataji,
Yeah, Kabir.
I'm making.
Okay, Kabir, good boy. Draw.
I'm already done, Mataji.
Let me see who else.
Mataji, I just need to color it.
Yeah, you can color. Deena Krishna is also done. Kabir is done. Radhika, Rasika, you're drawing.
I'm done. I'm coloring.
Okay, can you do one thing? It's been a while we posted our group because we didn't do much. So just to encourage everybody outsiders, can you all post in the group? Who wants to color can color and post. And those who want to just send it like that, Abhinav, Kabir, Radhika, Rasika, Savita's iPhone. What is your name? I forgot her name.
My name is Arna.
Arna, Deena Krishna, Balavrinda. Can you all send it in the group?
I'm finished.
Done.
Good job. You who are,
I'm finished.
yeah, who all finished, please send in the group. That's what I'm telling. Because it has been a while we did it. All the teachers are missing. They don't know what is like no activities going on Govinda's group. So please send it because only art and craft is the only thing we post most of the times, right? So don't forget. I should see Abhinav's, Kabir's, Isha's, Radhika Rasika, Jaina Krishna,
Mataji,
all
why
of
did
you.
you call me, Mataji?
I wanted to check it is time. We should end the call
Yeah,
or
it's time, Mataji. It's time. We have to end. I have
Okay.
to do something else.
Okay, so we'll end the call. I had one more story. I'll tell you next week. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.